or maybe they accidentally leaked that. For like, this is for all the people that just buy the base phone iPhone every year. I just think that 50 sounds better. 50 megapixel iPhone 14 sounds better. So this is my iPhone 11. I've had it for about 3 years, and it's right about that time when Apple is coming out with the new event and everyone wants to upgrade their phone. So this year Apple will be releasing the iPhone 14. So some reports are saying that Apple iPhone 11 will convert the most amount of Android users to Apple. It will be that good. So is it a good idea to buy the iPhone 14? Well, on this channel we basically talk about photography and making videos. So basically we're going to hone in on the cameras. Is it better to buy an iPhone 13, iPhone 13 Pro, or wait for the iPhone 14? And let's just be clear, I'm not suggesting that you should buy one right now, because that would be stupid. Like, it's the 2nd of September when I'm recording this today, and Apple event happens on 7th. So even if you want to buy the Apple iPhone 13, wait till 7 and then decide. So in this video we will basically see which is the better content, the iPhone 14 or the iPhone 13 Pro. Now if it seems weird that why I'm comparing iPhone 14 with a Pro model of last year, that's because the price of both of them will be around the same. I'll tell you how. Some tweets on Twitter that I saw are saying that the iPhone prices are going to be lower or the same this year, which looks highly unlikely. And even if it happens, the amount of taxes that are done on an iPhone in India are preposterous. So let's just say that the price remains the same. So right now the iPhone 13 was for around 75,000 for the 128GB model. So when the new iPhone 14 releases, so let's just say the prices remain the same, releases at 70,000, or like goes a little bit up, increases 75,000, let's say max it goes to 80,000. If you just chip in like 10,000 more, you can definitely get the 13 Pro for like 10,000 more. Now there are several benefits to that. First of all, no matter what you say, coming from a basic iPhone to a Pro model feels more premium, as the name implies. There are so many software benefits to the Pro model that itself is justification enough. More importantly, because we're going to focus on the cameras, the 13 Pro is going to have a telephoto lens, which the 14 will not have. So if you use it for vlogging or making videos, and if you're out in the street and shooting something, the telephoto will come into use much more. So from standpoint of someone shooting videos from their iPhone, I think that having a telephoto lens makes much more sense. Not to mention that having the additional feature of doing macro photography is also beneficial. That is not to say that the iPhone 14 basic model's camera is not going to be better than the 13. So rumors are saying that the camera is going to be 48 megapixels, whereas the Pro is 12 megapixels. Now I want to tell you two things about what I just said. First of all, the current cameras, even though it may be 12 megapixels of the iPhones, are very good. I think even the 12 megapixels on my iPhone 11 are brilliant. Every time I shoot on my iPhone, I post on Instagram or such. I think the quality of iPhones is unparalleled. 13 Pro is going to do an amazing job. The 14 is going to be a better version of that, but just don't think that it's going to completely blow out the 13 Pro out of the water. The second thing I'm going to tell you is that I found this leak, or you can say a leak, on Amazon while a sale was going on. On the specs of 13, it says 50 megapixel. And somehow I think, and I also tweeted about this, maybe they mistyped something, or maybe they accidentally leaked that iPhone 14 is going to have a 50 megapixel camera. Hear me out, 50 is a better, more round number for them to pitch to the audience than 48. That's what I think currently. It might be that they just go with the 48, but I just think that 50 sounds better. 50 megapixel iPhone 14 sounds better. And let's just compare the improvements that they are going to happen in the 14 versus the 13 Pro. And let's just disregard the front-facing cameras and such. I barely ever use them, so I'm not going to talk about them. So the cameras on the back, basically the improvements are going to happen on the main camera of the iPhone 14. But then I'll just come back again to my point. I think that the 13 Pro cameras are so good And I think if you want that kind of leap in the camera quality, I think you should just shoot with a camera, like a DSLR or a mirrorless one. I think for a phone, Apple already does a fantastic job. So all I'm trying to convince you is that I really think for this is for all the people that just buy the base phone, iPhone every year. I think that this year it is smart to not buy the 14 and buy the 13 Pro. Well, now all that's left to do is to wait for the Apple event of the 7th and see what the specifications of the new iPhone 14 cameras are. You might have noticed that I just ignored the 14 Pro because yeah, that's really expensive. For me, I'm trying to buy a phone that's going to be, the quality of the camera will be proportionate to the amount of money that I spent. So I'm going to be making a video after the Apple event discussing the specifications of 14 and 13 Pro again, and then finally deciding on one of them to buy myself, and then recommending to you what should you buy. So stay tuned for that, and if you're not subscribed already, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. If you have any thoughts or any comments or something like that, go down, tell me about them, and like the video. That helps me out a lot, and I'll see you after the Apple event. Adios.